We're talking about a second round of severe weather for parts of the country. This week, we're seeing the jet stream that's basically guiding all these storms. We're going to kind of see it dip south a little bit further west of the main area, and we're also seeing some record warmth across the south. And all these warm temperatures are going to be surging to the north, and that continues into late this week. And we're also seeing abundant moisture surging north as well. So the areas where that combination, where the jet stream is picking up, we're having upper level disturbances that are going to be allowing for more lift. We're seeing a lot of instability. That's going to be creating that threat for severe weather. So Thursday, there's that threat of severe weather in the red. It continues to push a little bit further north Thursday night, and it hits Kansas City. But just ahead on Weather Center Live, with severe weather threatening, a look at how dangerous in many spots across the Midwest are going to be feeling the spring heat. We're actually seeing temperatures that we would typically see in late summer instead of late spring. Chicago, your average high is typically 70 degrees. We're staying well above that Wednesday into Thursday, well into the 80s. And the same pattern that's bringing in these storms are also going to be bringing in a lot of heat. The jet stream is guiding and going to be bringing in a lot of warm air as all these winds continue to lift and rotate around the high pressure just off to the coast. Now we're seeing very warm air flowing through to the north, and that means we're seeing temperatures well into the 80s. So starting tomorrow, 87 in Cleveland, by Thursday 83 in Indianapolis, 89 in St. Louis, and the heat continues even lingering until a little bit of Friday. By Detroit, Wednesday, Thursday are your warmest days, 87 and 86, and then we cool down a little bit, just below average for Friday. Your average high is right around 70 degrees. Chris?
Liana.
All right, thanks, Chris. Yeah, Carl, I mean, many people are going to be seeing similar views like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be across many states, and it's going to be kind of several days that we're going to be seeing these threats for thunderstorms.
Yeah, and it's happening right now. And, you know, one of the parameters that we look at is something called CAPE, or convective available potential energy. And this is a measure of the updraft speed based on the instability. If you've ever been in a pool and taken a ball and tried to hold it underwater, it wants to jump out all the time because the air is a lot less dense than is the water, but the water gets less dense as you go up to the top of the pool, so the ball keeps wanting to jump out. Well, something similar happens in the atmosphere when you've got a parcel of warm air and it's coming up through increasingly colder air. It's less dense than that cold air, but the atmosphere is also getting less dense as you go up, so it wants to rise very quickly. And the greater the difference in temperature, the warmer that parcel is to begin with, and the colder it is aloft, the more it wants to do that. And that is basically CAPE. And when you've got very high CAPE, you have more potential for everything. And so this is a look at how we divide that up. CAPE of less than 1,000 joules per kilogram is weak, moderate is 1,000 to 2,500, strong is 2,500 to 4,000. Extreme CAPE is greater than 4,000. So in that environment, you know that updrafts are going to just take off like a rocket ship, and you're going to get very large hail as a result, and possibly tornadoes. And so now we're watching, this is right now, we're watching these storms that are popping up south of Dodge City. Look at the explosive development there. You see how hard-edged all of that is? Just tremendous updrafts there. And all of this is developing just ahead of an area where we've got CAPE of 4,000 plus. So not a big surprise that we're talking about a really serious hail threat with these storms. So warning now for Dodge City, and we're concerned about the possibility of tennis ball size hail in Dodge City. That's Ford, Gray, and Meade counties. The cell is now just off to the southwest. Looks like the bulk of that is going to slide right up, maybe across the west side of the Dodge City area there. And again, tennis ball size hail. And then to the south of that, concern for baseball size hail. This is Meade, Seward, Stevens counties going until 3:45. And you got another warning here to the south of that, and that's for Beaver and Texas counties. Two different supercell storms, one coming into Liberal right now with that baseball size hail threat, another one coming up in areas west of Beaver. And look at the appendage right there. See, there's a hook echo. So this is a rotating supercell. I mean, supercell by definition is a rotating storm, but this one has got pretty strong rotation, and so it might not be too long before we start to see a tornado warning coming out of that.
And it's not abnormal for us to see these kind of CAPE values for this time of the year. I mean, it's late spring. We're kind of getting into that time period where we're going to see the warmer air and also larger CAPE amounts.
Yeah, and in this part of the country in particular, because you've got that warm air coming off the Gulf and then cooler air coming out of the southwest.
All right. Well, thanks so much.